Greetings from the ballpark at Omaha. MLB The Show brings you Game 1 of the College Baseball Championship. It's the LSU Tigers taking on the South Carolina Gamecocks. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And Singy, today, one of college baseball's brightest stars looks to spring up draft boards at his team's quest for a national championship.
Yeah, Boog, I'm really looking forward to seeing how he handles it. What an amazing opportunity in a high-stakes setting. Biggest week of his young career.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. First and second, 2 outs.
Shortstop,
George Ramirez steps in now for South Carolina. What a journey he's been on to get to this point, Singy.
Yeah, he's really carried this Gamecocks program on his shoulders. A tremendous 4-year career, and to cap his senior season with a trip to Omaha, that's pretty incredible.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Game 1 of the College Baseball Championship. These players have got to be pumped, Boog. I know I am.
No doubt, Singy. The massive crowd here, a national audience watching at home. For most of these players, this is by far the biggest stage they played on.
Wait for the pitch.
And he hits a ground ball right side. In plenty of time to first, and that is the inning. No runs, a hit, 2 left. We go on to inning number 2. The Tigers on top, 1-0. So runners at the corners, nobody out. George Ramirez steps in now for South Carolina.
It's early, but these at-bats can impact a game just as much as they do later. Here's a chance to set the tone early for your team. You know, Boo, this South Carolina program has done some great things here in Omaha. 11 appearances, 4-time runner-up, and 2 titles in 2010 and 2011. In fact, even as the 8th seed, they almost won their 3rd straight, but fell short against Arizona.
Come on, big guy. Get your pitch, huh?
Foul ball still 0-2.
Hey, let it fly.
Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. And that's where the swing, it's a strikeout. So up next, Dallas Vasquez.
Now batting, left fielder, Dallas Vasquez.
This to third, McCormick. And they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. Home half. Now it's the shortstop, George Ramirez. The Braves selected him out of high school, but he chose college ball instead. Pretty cool to see it paying off for him, Singy. A shot at the Natty.
Yeah, Boog, what an opportunity he's got here this week, trying to cap off his college career with a title. He'll certainly get another chance to hear his name called at the upcoming draft, though.
Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
The 2-1. On the ground, 2 ball. Off-balance speed, there's 1. Relay to first, double play.
Got what he was looking for on the mound right there, and his infielders took care of business. Pretty textbook execution between short and second to turn that into 2 outs.
Welcome back to the College Baseball Championship on the show. Here's the shortstop at the plate, George Ramirez.
I love seeing these outstanding young athletes out there on college's biggest stage. Just goes to show you what hard work, dedication, and pure love for the game can do.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Bounding ball here, rolls foul.
Here we go now. Come on.
Edge of the zone for a strike. Going to count 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1.
And a swing and a miss. And now 1 away. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
No one better, no one better. Punch off right here.
Ramirez tries to hold up, appeal to first, and no swing, says Joe McDonald. The 1-1. And that one clips the corner. And a ball evens the count.
Here we go.
And down on strikes. 2 gone now. Ramirez didn't end up with the individual performance he was hoping for, Singy.
Yeah, Boog, it was a bit of a struggle for him today, but most importantly, they got the win in their Omaha debut. In order to help his team make a deep run here and prove he can play at the pro level, he'll have to step up his game next time out.
Hello and welcome to the ballpark at Omaha. We're ready for Game 2 of the College Baseball Championship. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the TCU Horned Frogs. First and second, 2 outs. George Ramirez steps in now for South Carolina.
Ramirez.
And that's outside. And that's ball 1.
Hey, Boog, I was just thinking about those great South Carolina teams here in Omaha. Won it all in 2010 and 2011. Then they were the 2012 runner-up. The player that comes to mind is definitely Christian Walker. His numbers were insane those last 3 years.
Check swing, tried to hold up, now an appeal to first. And yes, he offered at it.
They see it.
Singing, now that the nerves from Game 1 have died down a bit, do you think some of these players' thoughts have turned to the upcoming draft?
Oh, for sure, Boog. Of course they're all here to win, but there's no denying that if you deliver here in Omaha, you have an opportunity to jump up on those draft boards, and quick.
Come on now, big fella.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. No runs, a hit, 2 left. Bottom half of it. Next to hit, Jared Roper.
Batting fifth, the second baseman, Jared.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Best pitch right here.
Hit on the ground, might be 2. The throw to second. What a double play that was. Inning over. A run, a hit, and a man left. We go on to inning number 2. The Horned Frogs out front here, 1-0. So up next, George Ramirez. Went down on strikes his first time through. The shortstop takes the ball.
1-0.
swings through that.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Check swing went around. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss.
Got him! Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. And now the center fielder, Alan Stoics.
Number 33, Alan Stoics.
Up the middle, Ramirez. They take the force out, inning over. 2 left on. We're through 5. The Gamecocks lead it 3-1.
Now pitching
We're
for
back,
the Horned
and they
Frogs,
make a change to start the 6th.
Number 31.
The new pitcher, Alvaro McFadden.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Ramirez.
That one ripped. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. Outside with a breaking ball. Movement in the bullpen. Fletcher Henley up and loosening in the pen. Next pitch is outside.
Hey, great take right there.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just having a hard time catching up.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And he couldn't hold back. He's run up on strikes.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Ramirez swings through it for strike 1.
Your turn, drive, man. Keep it going.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul.
Hey, your pitch. Drive it deep, huh? Here you go.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now 1 away. And we're back. Now it's going to be Del Baco.
For the Horned Frogs, the third baseman, Del Baco.
Lined in the left center. Should be extra bases. Safe at second with nobody out, and that double has the go-ahead run in scoring position.
He was all over that one. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap, and when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing. Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings.
Ramirez didn't end up with the individual performance he was hoping for, Singy.
Yeah, it was a real struggle out there for him, Boo. Wasn't the game he was hoping for as the team moves to 1-1 here in Omaha. Let's see if he can put this one behind him and refocus on the next game. They're going to need his bat in order to avoid elimination.
And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. And the batter will be the
Leading
shortstop,
off for
George
the game
Ramirez.
side, the shortstop, George Ramirez.
Wrangle back to work. Check swing, called strike.
This player just continues to impress me with his poise and presence. He knows he belongs here, and he's letting the rest of us know it too.
Just
No,
missed.
that's outside. Ball. Great take there.
Like you can, come on.
And a swing and a miss there.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Swing and a ground ball. Over to first. One up, one down.
I love how guys at this level are able to slow the game down, whether it's in the batter's box or on defense. And right there, that was a good job of knowing just how much time he had. We talk about that internal clock. He was able to gather himself, get a good grip, and make an accurate throw across the diamond.
Right guy, right place. Need you here.
Ramirez stands in now and watches strike one. To the right side. Tosses to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. New inning getting started. Here's the shortstop at the plate. George Ramirez. Swing and a liner, base hit out into right center field.
Now batting, the center fielder, Orlando.
And stepping in is the speedy Orlando Sixto. That one hit to right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. One away. One down. Here's the third baseman, Cleo McCormick.
Third base.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Hey, let her fly, kid. Let her fly.
Swung on, popped up on the infield. Asensio pulls it down, throw behind the runner, and they've got him doubled off. So the lineup flips
Now
over.
batting,
Now
the
it's the right fielder, Ewell Kimball.
Be patient.
Kicks and deals. On the ground left side, 6, 4, 3, and they turn the double play.
He's so good at coming across the bag and snagging it with the bare hand to throw. I like the flair that he brings day in and day out.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the shortstop, George Ramirez.
It's getting late, Boo. You can feel the tension in the air. The time is now for him to step up.
Like you can. Let's go.
The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
Well, come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right there.
Check swing called strike. And it's 0-2.
Oh, big dog right here, one time.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Kimball. Makes the catch, and there's one gone. So runners at the corners, nobody
Now
out.
batting,
Dudley
left
digs
fielder,
in now.
Vincent Dudley.
Ground ball could be 2. Tags the runner for 1, and they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
Now batting, the catcher, Alvaro Coppola.
Go-ahead run is at third. George Ramirez steps in now for South Carolina, singing.
Ramirez.
He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Middleton makes a nice running catch. So a 9th inning comeback here, and this game has been flipped on its head. No outs, runner at first. Here's the second baseman, Antoine Valentin.
Get him out of there.
The tying run at the plate. To the right side. Acrobatic throw for 1, and that's all they'll get.
Good onside run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
Ramirez with a solid performance today, singing.
He certainly got the job done as they notch yet another win to advance to the national championship game. Nothing spectacular, but a steady effort to help keep his team on track. I'm sure the scouts see the potential in this young prospect.